Now, guys, they do have a new power sports section over here as well. And they just so happen to have the next bike that I'm going to be getting now. You guys know, I do plan on upgrading from my FZ10. And I think this is probably going to be the route that I end up going. I was trying to decide between this, the Street Fighter V4, and maybe like a Triumph. But I think this is going to be the route that I end up going when I decide to trade mine in. I'm not going to get a 2024 model. It'll probably be something a little bit older, but you're still going to get that same sort of styling. You're going to get that same performance. You guys can see right here, this one is the SE ABS, so it has all the functions and everything that you might want. And I'm just so glad I got to see one of these in person. It's been a long time since I've seen one. Luckily, I was able to see one a while back. Place out in Greenville, North Carolina had one. I didn't get a chance to sit on it because they had theirs up on like a podium, which is of course, one of those bikes you aren't supposed to really touch. This one right here, another one of those bikes where they have these stanchions around them. So fortunately, we can't actually get on it, sit on it, see how it's going to be. But you can see it does come with the cruise control settings. It comes with your different drive modes. I'm assuming you're also going to have some real nice stuff to adjust suspension in that gauge cluster that's up there. And of course, with that ZH2 name, you do get that supercharged 1000cc engine straight out of the H2 for the most part. I think people will debate here and there about some of the internals and everything that are on the ZH2 versus the H2 and the H2R. And we do know that some of the internals on the H2 and the H2R are different. But from what I've been able to gather, the internals for the ZH2 and the H2 are virtually the same. And I'm glad I got the chance to check it out. And I think this is probably definitely going to be the route that I end up going when I get my next bike. Because looking at it here in person, a lot of people don't like the styling of it. I think the stylings of it's pretty nice. And especially if you can get a windscreen for this naked style to kind of help with the wind, then you'll be in pretty good shape. Now, one thing that I did like about my Z900 before I traded in and got my FZ10, one thing I liked about my Z900 is that with these bikes, these Z bikes, you kind of sit in the bike. Like you guys can see kind of like how deep you're sitting into the actual bike with these Z bikes versus on my FZ, you're sort of sitting on top of the bike. The seat's a little bit more flat. Real nice, guys. You guys can see it does have the intake right there for that supercharger. I love it. I love it. I think this is gonna be it, guys.